Uh, First, I want to start by saying I am definitely not as unreasonable as Wu Jing here. So
we only have your word for that, but
but yes, look, people who feel that the status quo is not tenable and that feel that they need to do something about it are normally unreasonable people, because when you look at things and say, this does not work, I don't accept it, and I'm gonna do something about it, and then automatically you become an entrepreneur or a revolutionary or an evolutionary, somebody that is going to say, I am, by definition, going to go out and do something about this. So, yeah, I mean, when I launched my business 29 years ago now, I was only 22 years old. Now, I didn't know what it meant and where I was going to be.
Can I ask a question? Was there a family background of business, or were you the first?
No, but there was a family background of revolutionaries.
Okay.
So my grandmother decided to learn how to drive when she was 56 years old, and she decided to go to school at 55 years old.
Amazing.
She decided to learn that I can't sit with my grandchild, which is me, who was maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and he can read and I can't. So I remember very early on, she would sit me on her lap, and she would actually be proud to be able to read a couple of sentences on in a newspaper. Instead of me being proud, she was the proud one. So a role model there. But forget that. The issue that matters to people here is not that I've launched a business that delivers packages. Anybody can do that, probably. The issue is thinking of myself as a private sector individual or as an individual that lives in a society that faces massive amounts of challenges every day. I have basically decided with a group of friends that we cannot just sit back and be armchair complainers, complaining about government all the time. You know, government is not doing that, this is not happening here, education is lousy, we have a youth bulge, we are worried about our future, our education system is terrible. Well, I decided, being an entrepreneur, I decided that if entrepreneurs think solutions, think action, then I can take that knowledge and that capability along with other entrepreneurs and go and address the issues of society that we live in.
Because one thing that's interesting is that you chose to do that, at least in the main part of your life, through a for-profit model, with stock exchanges involved and so on. Other parts of your life you do in a non-profit, not-for-profit way. Do you think that's all part of your single identity, or are you schizophrenic? Do you work sometimes in a business format and sometimes in a civil society way?
I am a firm believer of the convergence of civil society, private sector, entrepreneurial sector, and government sector, and addressing the massive issues that society faces. You cannot separate them at all in any way, shape, or form. And entrepreneurs in specific have actually a duty and a role to go out from their comfort zone, from, we've heard this before, from thinking that for-profit or maximization of profit or short-term opportunism can be sustainable at the cost of ruining society. Or at the cost of having a society that is not affluent around you. That's not sustainable. If you don't have a society that is thriving, no matter how brilliant you are as a business person or how good the business you have, you're not going to have a sustainable business. And that's what we did with an organization that I created, which is called Ruwad for development. Ruwad in Arabic means entrepreneurs. And this basically is saying, bring out the entrepreneurial capabilities that you have, not only your capital. It's not about charity. It's not about religious duty either. It is about actually going out and implementing your knowledge and your capabilities and your network in solving societal problems, not because you need to sleep well at night, or because you want to feel that I have been charitable today, so I am a good human being, so I'll go to heaven. No, it is because I am well because of the society is well around me. And that is what, in today's world, in view of what we've seen in Tunisia, and nobody talks about it here, we're a bit scared of it, it affects us all. If we don't step up, we are going to be in a society that is not going to accept our presence as entrepreneurs.